Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thousands of memories are created and captured in each photo taken on your magical vacation. We proudly present Capturing Magic, where we help those moments live on forever.
Hey everyone, welcome to Capturing Magic, where we are using technology to create and capture magic memories. This is episode 29, recorded on Monday, April 8th, 2013. You can find more tips, tools, and notes for the show at capturingmagic.me. I'm Steph, and I am joined today by my co-host, Brittney Leavitt, who can be found at britishdesigns.com, where she creates digital scrapbook supplies. Hi, Britt.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
And we're here, just the two of us today.
Yep.
We're going to do a mail show today because we have lots of questions and tips from our listeners that we've been saving up, and we're going to go ahead and address those today. So I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. I like mail shows.
Yeah, me too. So, okay, let's jump in, I guess, with our first piece of mail. Ready to go?
Okay. This actually was a comment from Krista, who's on our team, but she had a question, and she said, so Steph, this is from the Cars Land episode that we recorded back in February. And she said, so Steph, where is the magic spot or the bench where you watch the lights come on in Cars Land? I would love to do the same thing when we go. Getting a few snacks and waiting for that moment would be amazing. Great tip. I'm so glad that your daughter was amazed. So if you remember, this is a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
That spot where you sat on a bench and watched all the lights come on at night in Cars Land.
Yeah.
And she's wondering, where is that spot?
Yeah, and I did reply to her, I think on the site in the comments as well as via email. I don't really remember for sure, but because her trip was in March, so she needed that information before now. Mm-hmm. So I did get it back to her in a timely manner. But if you walk into Radiator Springs, and on the right-hand side, there's just benches all the way up and down that road. And so I try to pick one that's closer to the main entrance there by the Cars Land sign, so then you can kind of get the full effect and see all the way down to the end of the road. So there's not anything huge, big secret about it. It's just any one of those that you can get on, and there's usually some available, and just get some snacks and sit there. And then around dusk is when they do it. Although I did hear, was it you that told me that they weren't? No, it was my sister. She went recently, and they weren't doing it for some reason while she was there. And she asked a cast member about it, and they said they didn't know what was going on. That was a month or so ago, in February maybe. So I don't know if it's back going on, or if it was just a short thing, or,
Yeah, if Krista's listening, we'll have to see if she got to see it or not. So
yeah, Krista, come tell us in the comments and let us know if you were able to see it and what you thought. Yeah, because it's just a magical little thing that's an extra that you have to know about, because you might catch it, you might not, but
yeah, because it's not on the guide or anything.
No.
But we figured it happened. I mean, we didn't get to see it because we were never there at the right time, but we thought to ourselves, I bet that happens, just like it does in the movie, where everything kind of comes on with the music. We thought, I bet it happens.
Yeah. The Life Would Be a Dream song is the one that they play, and then the lights all from one end to the other light up, and it's cool. I'm
like choked up over here. I don't know what is going on right now. Like, I'm picturing it. It's just that song is so sweet, and
it is.
I love that. So
it is, yeah. It's great. Okay, so the next one is from Krista as well, from the Cars Land episode, and she says, one more comment. You can find the circle session on Spotify as well. After Steph's pick, I quick hopped on to see if it was there, and it was. So you can listen to it for free on your home computer. So there you go. Yeah.
I was so excited when I read that comment. I was like, ooh, because that was the circle. So people don't know, the circle sessions is that CD that you picked. That was the music that they play at the Carthay Circle restaurant.
Yes.
And so as soon as I read that comment from Krista, I was like, oh my gosh. So I went and added it to my Spotify playlist. And we actually were just listening to it in the car on my way back home this morning. We were out running around. So we were listening to it in the car today. It's wonderful. I love it.
And there's tons and tons of Disney songs on Spotify. There's so much music on there. Mm-hmm. And so if people aren't familiar with Spotify, it's a little like, what's the other? I can't think of the other service.
sort of like Pandora, only
a little bit, kind of not really.
But you get to pick the music.
You can pick the music and you can create playlists, and it's free unless you want to be able to listen to it offline, and then there's a subscription fee. So you can listen to it on your devices and stream it over Wi-Fi, or
we got the pay account because we like to have it in our cars like all the time. So we have an account that I use it all the time. We don't even buy CDs anymore, really.
Right.
We just listen to it on Spotify. So.
Right. I did look up yesterday. I really wanted to listen to the DuckTales theme song. And so I searched in iTunes. They have it in iTunes. In fact, they have the afternoon school, the shows that everybody watched, the Disney afternoon. Yeah. So they have a whole CD of that in iTunes, but they don't have it in Spotify. I was totally bummed.
Yeah, they don't have everything. There are things that you want, like, look up and you're like, why is that not in there? Come on. But they do have a lot of Disney.
They have a lot. Yeah. Yeah. And you can share playlists too with, like, my sister's put together quite an extensive Disney playlist. And so I haven't even had to do anything because she's already got it all together. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can follow people, like, it'll link up through, I think, your Facebook or something. Mm-hmm. And so then it can, like, show you, like, what your friends are listening to. Like, a lot of times Krista will be listening to something and I'll be like, ooh, that sounds good. So I'll try it. And, it's good. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
and
great.
We turn it on at home a lot, just on the computer and in the car and on our phones and whatever. So
yeah,
I like
great.
Spotify.
Yeah, it is a good thing. Definitely, for sure. Okay, we're ready.
Okay, so this next comment was also from our Cars Land episode. It's a lot.
Wow.
It's from Cindy, and she said, I'm still listening, but I had to pause and comment about Luigi's flying tires. I couldn't disagree more about it. It is such a fun ride. I do agree that you need something to do on the ride. We always race against someone else and try to get to a designated point on the opposite side, and it is an absolute blast. We've lucked out with short lines by going first thing in the morning, so maybe that makes a difference in your enjoyment of that ride. And to reference back to what we were talking about in that episode, we were just saying, like, it's an okay ride. Like, we weren't all that thrilled with it.
It's a skippable ride.
Yeah. Or maybe like a do once kind of ride.
Yeah.
But I have to say, after reading Cindy's comment about racing someone else, like, that sounds really fun. Like, it makes me want to ride it again. Like, to say, okay, we both get on tires on this side, and then whoever gets to the other end first wins. Like, that's fun. If you're with, like, a group of people. I think that sounds really fun.
It could be fun. And you could also be on either end, like have one group on one end and one group on the other, and try and prevent each other from going across.
Getting to the other side. That's fun.
That would be fun too. But I'm going to stand by my opinion on this. Respectfully, Cindy, that I don't think you should have to add additional features to the ride to make it more fun.
You shouldn't have to make up your own games.
Yeah, I think the ride should be entertaining in and of itself.
I agree with that. But since it's not,
I totally agree with that. That if you have to ride it, those are some fun things to do.
Yes, I think that's fun. And I agree with her that short lines would definitely make a difference in your enjoyment of the ride. Because if you waited in a really long line for that ride, it's just not worth it. But if you wait in a short line, then sure, why not?
15 or 20 minutes, I think that would be a lot of fun, especially if you're with a group of people. It would add a different element to it, and I think it would make it fun.
Yeah, we were in line for about 20 minutes, and it felt long because it was hot, and we were just, because once you get out of that air-conditioned building, you're just kind of in the sun. Or, well, there's umbrellas, but anyway, we were hot, and it felt long. But I don't know. I'm excited now to try it with the race thing. That sounds like a fun idea.
It does sound like a fun idea. I agree.
And the pictures are always cute from that ride, so whatever.
True. And the ride vehicle, there's a ride vehicle inside that you can get pictures taken into, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm. So. But yeah, not the best ride, but that's a fun idea, Cindy.
It is a fun idea, Cindy. Thank you for sharing. For sure. Okay, this is from Jolene.
Jolene.
Sorry to butcher your name.
Sorry.
Yeah. And this is from the Capturing Magic app episode. And it said, that app, the Capturing Magic app, sounds awesome. Any chance that you would make one for the other international parks too? It would be very handy for Disneyland Paris too. I would love to. I've just got to make plans and get over there. And it would, since the framework is already developed, it wouldn't be that difficult to do. So I would love to do that. We've got a few Disneyland Paris fans actually reading the site. In my survey that I did recently, there were like 2% of our readers and listeners are Disneyland Paris fans, but I wouldn't rule it out because of that for sure. So
it would be fun. And a fun excuse to go to
Disneyland. Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. It's the perfect excuse to have a business write-off to go to Disneyland Paris. So
yeah, and you have to take me if you go.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Yeah.
No, I've always wanted to go there though. It's like one of those, Disney bucket list type of things. So
I know, me too. That's one of my bucket list things is to see all the parks actually worldwide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So since we're talking about the app, I'm actually going to skip down our list because we're not in very good order here. But there's another one that was a question from John that said, any chance you will be developing an Android phone app?
I would love to have it in Android. I've just actually had to replace my iPhone developer, and I found somebody, and I'm really excited because he's also a big Disney fan. And so that's going to make my life a lot easier. And we're getting ready he's just started working on the next what do we call it? The next update to the app. And then once I get this app to the Apple version to a point that I'm really happy with it, then we'll start working on Android. Hopefully, crossing my fingers, because people are getting really excited about it and it's doing quite well. So I'm happy with that. So yeah.
Good. So eventually it'll be Android.
That's my plan. Yeah. I can't say how long it'll take.
Yeah.
So.
Well, at least it's a possibility. That's good.
It is for sure.
Because I know some developer people are like, never, it's not going to happen. Like they're not interested in it, which always bums Android people out.
It does. I really would like to see it in Android, and I would like to see it sooner than later. But since I've just gotten my iPhone guy replaced, and I don't think he does Android. I've got to find an Android person too. And really good developers are really hard to find. Someone that you can work well with and that knows their stuff. It's not the easiest thing to do. Developers are a dime a dozen, but finding someone that's really good and can do what you need done is not always easy. So,
and it especially helps if they love Disney, because that helps them like grasp what you're doing.
Yeah, I was really excited because when I emailed him and he checked out my app and everything, he sent me back a list of all of the times that the app would have been helpful to him. So yeah, that made me really happy.
Sweet.
Yeah. So he knows Disney, which makes it so much easier. So it's awesome. Okay, where do we go now?
So you read your next one, and then I'll read my one that I skipped next time. Okay. So you read your next one.
From Becky? Okay. So this is from Becky, and this is on the Character Hunter episode. And she said, "What a great podcast. I wish I had been able to soak in some of the info before our trip, but I'm really hoping there's a, quote, next time in our future." Yes, Becky, that's what we all say when we're done. We'll just do it next time because.
Yeah.
So this is just the beginning for you. One thing I wanted to share from my experience is that I found there were few PhotoPass photographers with the characters. When my infant and I went to see Sully, I handed my new camera to a random person in line behind me, and while I got great shots, I was a little flustered. I learned after that the character handlers will often shoot with your camera, but I didn't think to ask him. He was at the end of the line. Just thought I'd share. Thanks for a great show. That is a great tip. Because I hadn't even thought about that some people might not realize that the character handlers are more than willing to shoot photos for you and take photos for you, and that there aren't always. It kind of depends on where they are.
Yeah, if they're more like the roaming characters, like Sully kind of, I think, just roams up and down that, Hollywood Boulevard area or whatever it's called. That they don't. I don't think I've ever seen Sully with a PhotoPass photographer.
Yeah, most of the characters that you're going to find a PhotoPass photographer with are going to be any brand new ones that are out, or limited engagement characters, or characters that are in a designated spot, like in Fantasy Fair or in Disney World, the Art of Animation. You're usually going to have PhotoPass photographers there as well.
Yeah. Like even when you meet Mickey and the Fab Five on Main Street in the hub, not the hub, but the other end, the town square.
Yes.
A lot of times they won't have.
It's hit or miss.
Yeah, it's hit or miss. And when we found that if you can see Mickey up by like the flagpole, that kind of is like a main spot where they'll have a PhotoPass guy. So if I've noticed, if he's up by the flagpole, there's a good chance there's a PhotoPass person up there.
Yeah. And
we got lucky last time that there was one. So
that's good. Yeah, back in the Jamboree, there's sometimes it's hit and miss. It can be hit and miss back there as well. But if it's a special engagement or something like that, then they're more likely to have PhotoPass photographers with them.
Yeah. Yep.
So. And
I would say, as far as asking the handlers to take your pictures with your camera, like definitely don't mind. Like don't hesitate to ask them, because they're always happy to. And if I notice that they've kind of wandered to the end of the line to kind of direct the end of the line, I usually will like try to get their attention when I'm like one or two people back. Like if it's our turn, a couple more people, I'll kind of get their attention and ask if they'll take the picture, and they'll come back up to the front, and they're happy to. Or like I'll send Josh back there and say, go get them,
Yeah, exactly.
And say, but also if they're not there, then I just ask the person behind me. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but
it's not the end of the world. At least it's pictures. And I try, what I've often done as well, if there's not a character handler there, my next thing would be to look for any cast member nearby, because they're more than happy to get pictures of your group together anytime. And then the next thing that I would do is look for somebody in line behind me that has a camera similar to mine.
Yep.
So if I'm with my DSLR, I look for somebody else with a DSLR. My iPhone, I look for somebody with an iPhone, because there's just it's less likely to get messed up.
Yeah. I handed my iPhone to somebody, which always makes you nervous anyway.
Yes.
But I handed my iPhone to somebody, like I think it was a cast member even, but they were like, they had no idea what to do with that. I was like, okay, this is going to be good.
Yeah, exactly. I've had someone hand me their Android before, and I felt the same way, because it's just
I probably
different.
Would too. I'd be like, what do I click?
It's totally different. And so, yeah, I did that just the other day with someone. I'm like, okay, tell me what to push, because I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Your turn.
Okay. So I'm going back up. Okay. So this is a comment from Stephanie. I think it's from Stephanie Haining, who we had on the show.
Yeah.
I think that's Stephanie. And this is a comment on one of our mini episodes that we talked about toddler board books, doing them custom board books. And she said, yay, that was my tip, but I forgot to give the link that I have used for the book that I had made. And she used a website called PintSizeProductions.com. And she said it's a cool book and very sturdy. So that's just another website. We listed a bunch on our mini show that we knew of that made personalized board books, but this is the one she used. And I have to say, from looking, I just quickly looked through the website. It looks pretty cool.
It does. I looked at it too, and I wish I had a toddler to make a book for.
I'm excited to make one.
Yes, because when I did have a toddler, I was going crazy trying to find someone that would print onto a board book so that it was all customized like that. And there was nothing available at that time. And that was only 3-4 years ago. So it's really exciting that they're available now. Yeah, they look great.
And it's hard to see the prices on these. Have you gone through it to see how much prices are and stuff?
Nope, I don't think I did.
Because once you go through, like, it's different for each template, and it just says prices vary with custom templates. So you have to like kind of start to figure out how much it's going to be. And I didn't really start any, so I don't know. I don't know how much they are, but
shoot.
And it looks like you can order blank ones from them as well. Kind of, we talked about bearbooks.com. You can also order blank ones from them. It looks like that you can make your own. But again, I don't really see how much the price
But if you didn't want to do a fully customizable one, because there's some people that might not want to like digi-scrap and then put their layouts on it.
Yeah.
And if that, it looks like there's one where you can just add your photos and stuff, and it's $21.95 for 16 pages.
$21.95. Okay. And that's where you can put in all your pictures.
Yeah.
Okay. Blank ones, it says that the prices start at $6 and go up from there.
Okay.
So it depends on the prices, I think.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. It depends
pages.
on the size. Yeah. Because they have different sizes.
Yeah.
So, and they're all rounded corners and cute books. So,
yeah.
PintSizeProductions.com. We'll put that in the show notes.
Yeah, perfect. I want to do one. I'm going to have to find a toddler to make one for.
You can make one for Scarlett.
There you go. Send me your stuff.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. So the next one is from, let's see. Wait a minute. I did that Becky one, right? Now, see, I'm all confused.
I know. Now we're off.
You need to go again.
Okay, I'll go again.
Or else, so that I cannot be confused anymore.
I'll go again. Okay. So this comment is from our Magic in the Rain episode, and it's from Dawn, and she said, "Great show. Just FYI, the Insta Weather app is available for Android users too." So that was an app that we talked about on that show. I think Aaron picked it for his pick.
Yeah.
And it's just an app that puts like weather information over the top, kind of like an overlay on your pictures. And she said, just so you know, it's for Android too. So that's good to know that it's not just an iPhone app. But have you used the app since he picked that?
I have not used it.
Okay, I tried it because I didn't want to buy the pro version of it because I think it's like $2, but I didn't want to buy it until I knew if I liked it or not. Mm-hmm. And I have to say the free version is like a mess.
Really?
It's a mess with ads. There's just ads everywhere, and it was just messy. I did not enjoy that app very much, but I hear a lot of people use the pro version, so maybe I just need to buy the pro version and try it. So
yeah, I need to do that as well. I love the idea of documenting weather this way when you're on vacations because I think it's super fun. So I do want to try it, and so next time I'm at the parks, I'm going to give it a whirl. Yeah, it's good to know that I probably want to do the pro version.
I would say if you are, I mean, I guess you could try the free one, but I was just like, okay, I deleted it because I was just like, no, we're done with this. And I was just annoyed with it. So now I needed to go back and buy the pro one. But yeah, I know that like there's a girl on my creative team, Denise Beatty. I don't know if you know her, but I follow her on Instagram, and she just used it for her trip to Orlando. Like they put like every day she would do one of those kind of at the beginning of the day to show what the weather was. And it was cool because it was just like, it was nice to see like their sunny weather, that they were enjoying on their vacation. And I thought how cute that will be in a book,
That's what I think too.
She puts them in her Project Life books with that it's the overlay on it. It's cute.
Yeah, I love that idea. I really do.
So I would say buy the pro version, I guess. I don't know. The free version was a messy, so.
Yeah, because doesn't it basically, I mean, people might not know what it does. Basically, it overlays the weather on top of a photo that you take, right?
Yeah, like the current weather. Yeah. So it'll tell you what the weather is outside based on your location. And then you can choose the design that you want overlaid. There's like several choices. And then some of them put your location to like the city and state or whatever, depending on which, design you like. So
yeah.
What graphics.
Right. I like it. It's a good idea.
It's good. It looks good. Like it's a good design. Like the overlays are good fonts and, it looks good.
Yeah. Perfect. Mm-hmm. Okay. And that was, she said it's Android too, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right, so the next one is from Stephanie Bingham, and it was from our post on how to carry your DSLR to Disneyland, which was a super popular post on capturing magic. And she said, what about the rides that there is water? Do you do anything to protect it in case? And then Katrina, who wrote that post and who's our kind of in-house, we have several in-house photography pros, but Katrina has been teaching photography for a long time, and she's been on this podcast as well. And so she's our go-to gal. But she came back and replied and said, I had to really think about that one. I've not gone on any water rides in a very long time, but the last month when I was at Disney with Steph, I did get splashed a lot on Pirates. We were all shocked. We were very shocked. She got really wet. Sometimes. It does happen sometimes. And I was nervous about her camera. Your best bet is to keep it very close to your body or wrap it in a bag or sweatshirt to protect it. I wouldn't go on anything too crazy just in case.
Yeah.
And I know Kim Lund, when she's been on the show before, mentioned that she gets one of those giant Ziploc bags and carries it in her purse and then pulls it out and throws her DSLR in that when she goes on water rides.
Yeah.
I think that's a great solution.
Yeah, I since reading Katrina's post about how to carry your DSLR at Disneyland, I think I'm going to try her method next time we go, just carry it all the time. But in my case in the past, if I'm going to go on a ride that has water, and I wouldn't have thought of Pirates as being a splashy ride, so I probably would still take it on Pirates. But on a ride like, Splash Mountain or Grizzly River Run or whatever, I definitely would just leave it with someone who wasn't riding, if there was someone.
Yeah.
And on Grizzly River Run, there's those free lockers that are there, so you can use the lockers.
Yeah, and they have those at Disney World as well for the
Kali River
Rapids, as well. Yeah. I have a waterproof camera, like sling bag that I most often have with me. But after reading Katrina's post as well, and after kind of changing things up myself because it was getting so heavy and I was tired of lugging that big thing around with all my lenses, I'm trying to simplify a little bit and just wear my camera. And so I think for next time I'll probably do Kim's tip and just get a big Ziploc and stick it in my purse. And then I'll know it'll be protected.
Yeah.
You won't have to worry.
Probably what I'll do too.
Yeah. So, okay, the next one.
Okay, this one. Oh, I read that one already. So, see, now it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn again. So, okay. And then we're almost done. We went through these really fast. Okay.
Yeah, this is our last one.
This is a tip from Janelle. And she says, I made my kids' autograph books, 3 of them, using a 4x6 photo album, just the ones you can buy for a couple of dollars. I used my digital Disney supplies to make a cover and a back page so each kid would know what autograph book was theirs. I cut solid white cardstock into 4x6 cards and just inserted the blank white cardstock into each slot of the photo album. When we got an autograph, we just took out 3 blank cards and had the character sign them. Since my Disney Project Life album is digital, I scanned the autographs in and used them for the title of the page about meeting that particular character. I'm going to print pictures of each kid with that character and put their picture into the album across from the character's signature. I might even buy some small Disney-themed stickers to let them decorate around the autograph, or go in and draw a frame around each one. It worked out really well for us, and I loved that it didn't cost very much money. It's a great autograph book tip, I think.
Yeah, because it's simple. It's great for someone who is not maybe big into scrapbooking. Just getting those cards and inserting them into a cheap album. I have a question back to Janelle. It's about where she buys her, maybe you know this stuff, where she buys her clear little 4x6 albums. Because I used to have a source where I would buy the clear albums that had where you could insert pictures into the front as well.
Yeah.
That were a couple of dollars, like she's saying. They were only a couple bucks. I bought them. I used to buy them at a photo store locally here. Right. But they stopped carrying them. I went in to buy some more because I use them for like little quiet books for Scarlett and things like that. And I went to buy some more and they didn't carry them anymore. And I was so sad. And I haven't been able to find good quality ones that weren't, the little pages that rip out. And
yeah, I've found them before. 3 different places that I found them for even just $1. At Michael's, a lot of times in their bins, that they have up front with inexpensive different doodads in.
But are the pages good? Like I've seen those before, and I feel like the pages are so flimsy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what you're comparing them to. I've used them before, and they've worked out great for us.
Okay.
So that's all I know. And then the dollar store as well. But I like the ones from Michael's, probably the best. And then
but they don't have them all the time because I've looked before.
It's hit and miss.
Yeah. If you see them, grab a bunch.
Yeah.
Stock.
Which I've done before. Yeah. And then Target, but they're more expensive at Target. Down their photo book aisle, but they're more expensive there.
I've seen them at Walmart as well, that they have like a little flowery picture or something in the front, but you can pull those out and put your own pictures in. But again, I didn't buy that one because when I felt the pages inside, they felt so like they were just like a tissue paper almost. Like I just felt like, not tissue paper, but they just felt so thin. Like the plastic was so thin on them that I was going to like rip it, like almost like a little, like a cellophane, you know? Like,
yeah, no, the ones that I've found before, the ones that I've gotten before at Michael's are not like that. It's more like vinyl.
Oh, good. Because you know what I'm talking about, the cellophane feel where you just think, oh gosh, this is going to rip in 2 seconds.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Especially if you're making them for an autograph book where you're taking 4x6 cards in and out, and
Yeah, no, it was more of a plasticky vinyl, thicker.
Oh, good.
Feel for sure. So, but like I said, it's hit and miss, and you kind of have to look for them. And then when they have them, you buy a bunch.
Yeah. I'll have to look next time I go and see.
Yeah. And I like the idea of being able to then, she was able to use that in her digital scrapbook, but then let the kids have that and print out some pictures, and they love that.
Yeah. Like so cute to put the pictures with the autographs. I love that idea for like kids to look at it, but then also like for them to be able to decorate it after. Cause once she scanned them, she's like, well,
she doesn't need it.
Yeah, they're yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a really great solution. And kids love doing stuff like that. And they love feeling like they have ownership of it and it's their own project with their pictures. It's so great.
Mm-hmm.
It's all really good stuff. So
definitely.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're good on our mail.
That's all of them?
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's all of them. So should we do some picks with pixie dust?
Yep.
Okay. Do you have a pick?
I do. I found this really great YouTube video that is a simple way to make a DIY iPhone case. It's not really making the case. It's just kind of turning the case into something that's your own. And this might be something that people have seen. I don't know. I always feel weird when I find something that I think is great and then find out later like everybody has seen that YouTube video and it's like old news. I have not
seen this YouTube video. It sounds really cool.
So all it is she bought clear iPhone cases, and I've looked on eBay and you can get pretty cheap iPhone cases for iPhone 4 or iPhone 5 or any. I'm sure that there's other. I didn't look at like Android cases and stuff, but I'm pretty sure there's probably versions of these, and they're just like ones you can order, and they come from like China. So you'd have to wait a few weeks for it to get your iPhone case, but they're only a few bucks, and they have clear back on them, and then usually there's like a color around the edge. The one she was using had a white, like kind of a bump. They call it a bumper, but the back was clear plastic. So she used scrapbook paper, and she just like put her phone down. You have to watch the video. She put her phone down, traced around it, and then used an X-Acto knife to cut out around, and then just slid it into the back of the case, and then put her phone in. So the picture or the scrapbook paper is sandwiched between the phone case and your phone. But what I thought would be way cuter is if you took photographs from your Disney trip and cut those out and put them back. You could if you use Photoshop, you could do a little collage, or you could even scrapbook like a little design, a little area, and then print that out, cut it out, and put it in. They actually look really good. I know it kind of sounds weird that it's like a piece of paper in between, but it actually looks really cute.
Yeah, I've seen those. Actually, I've seen some pins go around with where they've done it that way with scrapbook paper and stuff. Mm-hmm. And they do look really good.
And I was thinking I would probably make a template and use my Silhouette Cameo to cut out the cases, which is way easier than cutting it out with an X-Acto knife. So if you have a Silhouette or something that would cut out, a custom shape, you could make a template and then have it for any time you wanted to cut out anything.
Yeah.
And I was also thinking, I want to do this with like my maps and stuff. Like, wouldn't it be so cute to have like a Disneyland map on your iPhone, or, any of those paper things you get from Disney after, like you could cut out,
Yeah.
So cute, right?
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Because I've seen iPhone cases out there that people make that are, Disneyland map iPhone cases, but it would be so much easier if I just could cut my own out. And you can swap it out every time you want something new. It's like no big deal. You just take it out, put something new in.
You didn't have to pay a lot for your...
Yeah. And the lady who did it said she just made one that had, because she put like a sticker on it or something for her daughter was graduating college or going to college or something. So she made one of her college. Like it was all custom to be her school and had her little school logo on it and stuff. And so it's cute for gifts, cheap.
I love that idea. I love your idea of putting all that fun stuff in there. I mean, having a park map on the back, I just think that would be so fun.
I know. I almost didn't pick this because I was like, I want to like save this and do a blog post on Capturing Magic about it because it would be so fun to put the maps and stuff in. But then I was like, oh, I'll just pick it. Who cares?
I know. That's always the dilemma, isn't it?
I know. When should I use this great idea?
Yes, exactly. When do I use this? For sure.
So I'll put the link to the YouTube video in our show notes, obviously, with our pics, and you can watch her video and then it's kind of just going off her idea and thinking of other ways to use it. Oh, and I'll also put a link to the phone cases that I found on eBay. I actually didn't pull the trigger and order them yet because I wasn't sure which color I wanted and stuff. So I'll put that in there.
And how much were they?
Oh gosh, now I can't remember.
Sorry.
They were not very much. They were only like a few dollars, I think. Let me look. I'm gonna pull it up because I had them in my little watch list, I think.
Cool.
Of course, I'm not prepared here.
No, it's okay. I'm excited about this.
They're cute too, and the colors are really cute. Like you can get, okay, here they are. So, okay, this set that I was looking at actually came with 8 cases in a pack. So I know you don't really need 8 phone cases.
No.
But you could do them for gifts or you could, give one to your husband or whatever. But this pack of 8 is $15 and it's free shipping. So it's only like a couple bucks per case. And I'm sure there are other users. Oh, like this one right here I'm seeing. It's a black one. It's $2.85 and it's just one case.
And so they have the bumpers too, you said?
It's all one case. Like it's all one piece. It's just that there's a color border and then a clear back.
Okay. Because I have to have the bumper. Because I dropped my phone.
Yeah, they're definitely not like the hard cases that don't really come all the way around. They you could tell they come all the way around, and they have they're rubber bumpers, and there's cute colors like there's like mint green and purple and
so fun
pink and stuff. So yeah,
I'm very excited.
So there's lots of different ones you can get, and I'm sure you could go to like a store and find a clear case too if you didn't want to buy yours from China and wait for it. But
it takes a long time. I've done that on accident before. Ordered a phone case and it's been coming from China 2 months.
It's hit or miss. Oh, 2 months. Yeah. Sometimes it's hit or miss. Like sometimes it surprises me and I'll get something that I order from China in like a couple weeks and I'm like, whoa. But then other times I'm like waiting forever. This one that I'm looking at right now, you can pick the color you want. Like they have a whole bunch of different colors and they're about $3 or $4, it looks like. And this one says you could get it between April 18th and April 27th. So that's only a couple weeks.
Yeah, that's not long.
Mm-mm.
A week and a half.
So anyway.
Not bad.
All I searched for was like a clear, clear iPhone case or something like that. And then you can start seeing them that have like color bumpers. And they have them for iPhone. You have to pay attention and to see if it's for iPhone 4 or iPhone 5, you don't want to accidentally get the wrong version or it won't fit your phone.
Yeah, that would be bad. I did that actually. I ordered a really cool iPhone case and it came and it was for the 5. Bummer. What was I thinking? I should know about it. But it was right after the 5 came out, and so I wasn't used to having to check.
Yeah. And when you look, like what I've been looking at cases for a while, you start to kind of just click on other links you see, and then pretty soon you're like into iPhone 4 cases, and I'm like, oh shoot, I can't order that one. I don't have an iPhone 4.
Yeah.
So just pay attention when you're looking. So.
Okay, so, and I know you're probably going to end up asking me a question on this that I can't answer, but my pick. Okay, so I found this website that you can take some photos and upload to this website and get a ViewMaster little thing made. And I think that would be so fun to do with some Disney pictures.
I have heard of this. It's awesome.
I think it would be really fun, especially for little kids to have, and it would be easy to do because you're just uploading pictures. You don't have to make anything special. You're just uploading pictures, but
no craftiness required.
Yeah. No cutting or gluing of the digital kind or the real kind.
Yeah.
So it's just, I like to have simple projects like that sometimes too. So the website is called Image 3D, and I'm trying to get to somewhere that will tell me how much it costs because I didn't look that up, and I'm like, oh shoot, I should know that. So
okay,
yeah, image and then the number 3 and then the letter D.com.
Okay,
is the website, and you can order, upload your photos, and it looks pretty cool, but it's not cooperating with me to get to the
prices.
Yeah.
I forgot I was going to ask you.
So
about
you can
that.
order quantities as low as 1, or you can order multiple quantities, if you want.
Fun. I've heard of people doing that, like for weddings. They put little Viewmasters on each table that have like their engagement pictures in them. I thought that was cute. But I totally want to do this for our Disney trips because my mom has a Viewmaster at her house, and Scarlett loves to play with it. Like loves it. And so for sure, kids love Viewmasters. And she actually ordered on eBay just like last couple weeks ago, ordered this 50th anniversary Disneyland Viewmaster, and it has like 2 wheels of Disney pictures that are like, it's from Disney parks. I guess they sold it probably back during the 50th. And we opened it up while we were over there for Sunday dinner, and the kids were flipping out. Like we each took turns like looking through it, and we would pass it to the next person, and they, it was like a secret to see what was on it, and like nobody would tell what was on it until you got to look through it, and the kids just thought that was so fun. Cute. So I was thinking, oh my gosh, wouldn't this be so fun if we had our own pictures to look through and like see yourself, or Yeah,
I totally think so. So it's, the price list is not loading for me. It's not cooperating, but well, maybe it will here. It keeps stalling. Here we go. Price list for the first set, so it's a little more expensive. It's $29.95, and then for if you order more sets after that, it's less expensive.
And how many pictures?
You get 7 of your photos with 3D captions and custom and a customized center of the reel. You get the viewer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's probably not too expensive, and it comes in a gift box.
That's if you're not just getting just the wheel, like that's a value, I think. If you're getting the viewer and the custom center and all that, like that's awesome.
Yeah.
What a great gift idea.
I think it would be so fun.
Ooh, that gives me good ideas.
Yes, so fun. And so then you can also order the reels only. It says you can order the reels only without the accompanying viewer or box if you already have a viewer. Mm-hmm. But the price doesn't go. Let's see. For the first, it's $24.95 for the first reel, and then after that, it's $15 each for each reel. So I guess you would want to order multiple reels. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You'd want to order more than one.
Yeah.
Because the price goes way down. So.
Cool.
Yeah. So they've got instructions there on how to build the reels and everything.
Sweet.
Super fun. I think it's a fun idea for a Disney vacation memory.
So fun.
Yeah. That was another one. I'm like, should I order this and then do a post on it? Yeah, we'll just share it on the podcast. And I would love to hear, though, if anybody tries any of these tips.
I know.
Let us know. Please come share in the comments of the show or send us an email. You can always email both Brittney and I. The emails to the mail@capturingmagic.me come to both Britt and I. Mm-hmm. So you can email us there and let us know your thoughts or your questions or any tips. We would love to hear them.
Yep.
So, okay.
Yep.
I think we're good. So be sure to come and interact with us on the site. We're getting more and more comments from people, and we love it. We love hearing from the listeners. So come share at capturingmagic.me, and then just click on podcast and scroll down to whichever episode you're looking at. We have a lot of people that are downloading the shows and listening to them. It's really exciting. Our downloads actually doubled in March over February, so that was pretty exciting, and we've maintained. I thought maybe it would go down a bunch because of spring break, but so far we're doing well.
Awesome.
So, yeah, glad to see that. So thank you to all of our listeners for sharing the news about our app. We appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I want to mention that the show today is sponsored by the Capturing Magic iPhone apps, which we've already mentioned. So be sure to check them out in iTunes, in the App Store. And yeah, that's all. So
Cool.
did I get it all?
We just talk about like what we have coming up and what's going on with us and stuff.
Yeah, we do. So go ahead, Britt.
Okay, so you can find me at BritishDesigns.com. That's British with 2 T's. And we, let's see, this show will release next week. So we will have just released, Krista, Celine, and I have another Project Mouse bundle that we will have just released this past Friday on the 12th. And it is Project Mouse Princess Edition.
Yay!
So, yay! I know everybody's been asking for princess stuff, so we were happy to oblige because we already really wanted it for our own pictures, so it works out great. So it's a card pack, and we did the full kit situation. So you have a card pack, of course, with tons of 3x4 and 4x6 cards. We went a little out of control, and then there's a paper pack, an element pack, and an alpha double pack.
Nice.
And then you can buy that all in one big bundle at a discounted price. So anyway, I love it.
I can't wait to see it.
I know. I'll send you pictures.
Yeah, we were working on stuff this past weekend, and I was wishing that you guys had some pink stuff.
Oh, there is a lot of pink stuff.
Yay!
So it's very girly. It's fun.
Good.
But it's great because it's also really easy to use it for non-Disney stuff because it's so cute, girly, that it's great for Disney and non-Disney stuff.
Right.
I will definitely be using it just in my own Project Life journal because it's good crossover stuff.
Right. Our audience here will probably be happy to use it for Disney stuff. So.
I know.
So, okay. Let's see. I'm Steph. You can find me at capturingmagic.me and also at thedailydigi.com. And we are in the midst of revealing the contents of the latest issue, the April issue of the DigiFiles, which is over $50 worth of digital scrapbook supplies for $7.50 or less, depending on which level of membership you decide to sign up for. And this month marks a landmark for us because we have the official Project Life Becky Higgins in the DigiFiles, and it's the first time a paper company's ever contributed. So,
ooh,
yeah, it's exciting.
I don't know that.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Oh wait, I think I did know that. I just forgot.
Yeah. Well, you sounded surprised, so that was good.
I know. I forgot, but then I remembered after I said I forgot.
Yeah. So it's exciting for us because it's the first time, like I said, a paper company has ever contributed. So she has brand new to the digital scrapbooking industry product in there, and we have some other amazing designers that are in there as well this month. It is jam-packed with awesome products, so you'll want to check it out. And you can also enter to win product from the contributing designers every Monday and Thursday on thedailydigi.com. So that's about it. Yeah. Okay. I think we're good. Yay. Thanks for being here, Britt. I appreciate it.
Sure. It was fun.
And we will be back next time where we will be capturing magic.